Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. I'm in the kitchen today and I'm going to just make up a few food items with what I have and what I've been able to purchase with my $20 food spend for the week. So I thought I'd bring you with me and let you see what I'm up to. What I have here is one boiled egg. I've got a tiny bit of minced or diced onion, and what you see here is 2 packages of this Tuna Creations hot buffalo style tuna. It says it's bold, so I guess that means it's zippy. My older daughter gave me these, and so I thought maybe I would try them, something a little bit different as far as a tuna salad is concerned. So that's what I've got in there. I've got the 2 packages. And I've got a jar of just sweet pickle relish here that I canned last year. And I'm going to just put a teaspoon, well, maybe 2. Let's put 2 in there. And I like mine kind of chunky. That's why it looks chunky. This particular one is one that I made. It's a sweet pickle relish. There's no peppers and no onions. Just because I ran out of peppers and onions. I've got a heel of a loaf of bread here. It's the last piece of bread in that loaf. So I'm going to just break this up and I'm going to add it to the tuna salad. I did that in a video from a week ago, and honestly, it's awesome. And so you don't necessarily have to use breadcrumbs. You can just use a piece of bread, which is actually what I did when the first time I made it. So I'm just doing that. And now I'm going to get some dressing to put in there. I don't have very much mayonnaise left, but I do have some Thousand Island dressing. And as we know, Thousand Island is pretty flavorful. So I'm just going to put some of that in there in place of the mayonnaise. I'm just going to guess here. And then I'm just going to mix this all up. Let's put some salt. And we're going to put some pepper as well. And get it mixed up. Now the bread is going to absorb some of that dressing. It's also going to absorb some moisture. And you notice the foil packs of tuna, you don't have to drain them at all. So this is red because of the hot sauce in the tuna. Get this mixed up and we will be back. Going to squirt a little bit more of the Thousand Island. All right, I'm going to give this a taste. See how well the bread mixed up in the tuna salad? Okay, that's really good. It's got an more the zippy part of it. The hot taste comes kind of after. So, but it's not overly hot. I think it's fine. All right. I will show you how I'm going to serve this. I've got the loaf of bread left. This is how much I have left. So I'm going to cut a big slice of this off, toast it up, probably in the air fryer. Then I'm going to add the tuna salad on top, sprinkle some mozzarella cheese. Remember, I bought a block of mozzarella last week. And I'm going to sprinkle it on top of this and have a tuna melt. And that is going to be lunch. All right, stick around because I've got some other things to show you as far as using up the food that I purchased and also what I have in the house. Okay, I've got a block of mozzarella cheese that I bought at Aldi for $1.75. And I've got some sandwich bags here. These are just cheap full top sandwich bags from Dollar General. They cost $1 and you get 125 bags. I'm going to shred the cheese and then I'm going to divide it up into these full top bags and then store it in a zip bag in the freezer until I'm ready to use it. That way I don't have to worry about using it too quick or not using it fast enough, and also having it get moldy. This is how much shredded cheese we got out of the block of mozzarella. Now I'm going to divide it up into the full top bags. Okay, when I do it like this, I like to measure it out. This is a half cup measure. I put it in the bag. I can lay it flat, and then I'm going to store these in a zip bag. I'll be able to reuse this zip freezer bag for other things because it's not going to get soiled because the cheese is individually packaged. There you go. That's how you make things stretch, by a little ingredient prep and measuring. If you don't want to use a cup measure, then by all means use a kitchen scale. That's probably more accurate than this, I'm sure. I have 4 1/2 cup bags of cheese. I want to show you this. This is the 1 pound roll of ground beef I got at Quick Star for $2.99 a pound. So I have cut this up into 4 portions. These 2 portions are 4 ounces each approximately. They're going to be for me. I'm going to put them, one of these is going to be a nice burger for me because I bought some nice buns for 49 cents. So I'm going to have a nice burger. The other one, I'm going to put that aside. These are going to go in the freezer until I get ready to use them. The other 2 portions are in this pan. I'm cooking this up for my little dog. I will add a can of the mixed vegetables in here, and she absolutely loves this. So then she will get this. She gets a portion because she's small in the morning and in the evening, and she usually has a treat in between. She really loves it. The canned vegetables are digestible, much more digestible for her, and she really enjoys the mixed vegetables in with the meat. Could be hamburger, could be ground turkey, sometimes it's chicken. But that's how I usually make her food. Once in a while, not always, but I might put a little scoop of cooked white rice in her food, and she really enjoys it. And she's got stomach issues. It's easier on her stomach. I just wanted to show you that. Now, I use these full top sandwich bags, 125 in a box. They cost $1 at Dollar General. And that's how I portion out food. This is going to go in here. It's 1 portion. And then this piece is going to go in this bag. It's 1 portion. I do this with all kinds of things. And then I can take these bags, store them in a zip freezer bag, which I picked those up for $1 as well from Dollar General. And then I can slip these in there, and I can reuse my freezer bag anytime because they're not soiled, because the portions are wrapped individually. This is a very inexpensive way to portion your food and store your food. While the pizza dough is rising, I wanted to show you a couple of things. These are the pans I use when I make my personal size pizza crust. Now, the reason I do this is because it makes them a more uniform size. You can roll out your pizza crust if you want to. Now, this is just a pie plate. These are cake plates. You can roll out your pizza crust if you want to and bake it on a pizza stone, baking sheet, whatever you want. It's up to you. Now, the pizza crust will be par baked. In other words, that's just partially baked at 400 degrees, just until it gets like a little color on it. Not much. Then we're going to take them off, cool them, put them on a rack, and let them cool completely down. Completely. Now then, once they're cooled, I take them, and these are my $1 freezer bags from Dollar General. 2 or 3 pizza crusts fit perfectly in a gallon-sized freezer bag. And you want to have them completely cooled because you don't want any moisture in there. And you can just put them in the freezer bag. I use painter's tape to mark them, and I mark what they are, and that's it. And then pop them in the freezer. Make sure that you lay them flat. Or you can freeze them individually on a sheet ahead of time and then put them in the bag frozen. That's fine. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to par bake them, then do this. Divide your pizza dough into equal portions, and then you're going to take the little sandwich bags, which cost $1 for 125 bags. You're going to take them, put your dough in there, and fold it up, close it up. Or you can pre-freeze your little dough pods if you want to, and slip them in here, and then put the individual bags in your large freezer bag. And you can pull it out whenever you want to make a pizza. You just have to thaw it out. Same way with the pre-baked crust, the par-baked crust. Just take it out, let it thaw out, top it, and bake it as you would any other pizza. Okie doke, it's been a couple of hours. Let's see what we got. That's pretty nice. Now you're going to want to tamp it down. Try to get the air out of it. And it's nice and buttery in there, so that's what we like. It's stretchy. See, the gluten has come up in it. That's awesome. Now, I'm going to divide this into 4 portions. Because I'm hoping that I should be able to get 4 pizza crusts out of this. See, it's not sticking or anything. It's really pretty nice. Okay. Let me cut these portions up. There we go. Now, if you have a kitchen scale, you can use that too. But there is my portion of my personal size pizza dough. Now remember, I said if you want to, you can just put it in your little full top sandwich bags like this and not bake it at all if you don't want to. But I'm going to bake it so that I can show you what that looks like. Okay, now I greased my cake pan here. And like I said, the only reason I use these pans is because I can get them into more of a uniform size. Sometimes rolling the dough out is iffy, but you can roll the dough out if you want to. Now, generally, because, you know, I'm a delicate flour and stuff, I actually, when I make one of these for my dinner, I usually can only eat half of it, and then especially if I put like a salad or something on the side. So, now you're not going to raise this a second time. I guess you could if you wanted to, but you know, why? Why bother with that? Now I'm preheating my oven, 400 degrees. Now, this is what I like to do. This is very antique. It's called a steak roller. A steak roll. and you use it to tenderize steak. However, I like to use it to put some indentations in my pizza crust so that it doesn't bubble up. But if you don't have one of these, you can use a fork or you can use a chopstick if you want to. That's great. But I got this at a flea market many, many years ago. It's old. Okay. It's actually by Regal Manufacturing. Okay. So there's one ready to go. I'm going to do the other ones. Okay, I've got 3 of them ready to go into the oven, and then I will do the 4th one, but these are all of this size pans I have. Now then, if you don't want to do this, and you want to use this method, but you don't want to freeze it, guess what? Make the dough according to the way I have taught you, and then get out your big cast iron skillet and make yourself a deep dish pizza and share it with somebody because it's delicious. Okay, this is what your crust should look like. Pull this up here, I'll show you. See, on the bottom, a little brownage there, but on the top, no. And they will be soft, and they're going to remain soft until they're frozen. They're on the rack to cool, and these were in there about 6 or 7 minutes at 400 degrees on the middle rack. When you store them in the freezer, you want them to lay flat if you're not going to pre-freeze them. Otherwise, because see how soft they are? Otherwise, they're going to curl up. Now, they'll uncurl when you thaw them out, but, you know, this is better. Okay, here you go. 4 par-baked pizza crusts ready to go. Now then, when you make your pizzas, you just bake them like you normally would, 10-12 minutes in about a 400 degree oven, and you're going to have pizza. Now, I'm going to put these in the bags. I'll show you what that looks like. All right, you can see that 2 pizza crusts fit very easily in a gallon freezer bag. Now, if you want to, you could probably squeeze a 3rd one in, maybe 4th. I don't know. It's up to you. But I'm just going to take my painter's tape, put on here, June 2024 pizza crust. Now, these will, if you seal them properly, they're going to last a good long while in your freezer, for months, actually, until you're ready to use them. And you can see the convenience of these. Now listen, it doesn't matter whether you are young, whether you're old, whether you're a student, if you're a seasoned citizen like myself, if you're a busy mom or dad with young children. These are perfect for you because you can have a meal ready in just no time at all. And to tell you the truth, I've chopped these things and put them in the oven frozen and just add an extra minute or 2. They're great. They're perfectly fine. You really don't even have to thaw them out. Okay? All right. Follow the instructions. Recipe's easy. Not that many ingredients. And you can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? All right. That's it for me today. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. You guys take care. Let me know what you think. And share this video with others because you know what? It might help somebody else and it sure as heck would help me. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.